In a quaint little town, there lived a man named Steve. Steve was a very calm and kind-hearted man. He always had the urge to help others in need, and it seemed like in every situation something always came up and he barely had time for himself. But despite that, he always put a smile on his face and helped others genuinely. But he also felt like people always wanted something from him and he didn't have any true friends. And on top of that, he had his own personal work to do, which made things a lot harder and stressed him out a lot. One fateful day, Steve decided to take a walk outside, thinking about a lot of different things that stressed him out. When suddenly, he felt a sharp pain in his chest. Steve wondered what the pain might be, so to be safe, he walked through the pain all the way to the hospital. He spoke to the receptionist, who told him that the doctor was attending to someone else. Then he sat there and waited for his turn until the doctor was ready to see him. When he went in, the doctor examined him and told him that his blood pressure was too high due to much stress, and that was causing him the pain. To stop it, the doctor suggested that he should take his mind off the stress and try to relax or have some fun. Steve decided to take that advice, and when he went home he decided to rest. As he was enjoying the relaxation, he suddenly got a phone call from one of his colleagues from work named Mark. Steve told him all about what happened, and then Mark, listening to the story, invited him to meet up at a restaurant. Steve happily accepted the offer and jumped in his car on his way to the address. When they both arrived there, they sat together and talked over some food and drinks. They talked about a lot of different life experiences. For example, Mark told Steve about the time he almost got hit by a car, and he even stood up to explain the scene. Steve then did the same, as he told a story about the time he almost got bitten by a dog. They decided to extend their conversations by walking to different places until they finally ended up at the town center. Their conversation continued for a while until they realized it was late and decided to part ways. They said their goodbyes and then went their separate ways. When Alex went home, he had peace in his mind. He didn't feel any stress at all, and he soaked himself in a bubble bath. He thought about the events of that day, the pain in his chest, the meetup with Mark, and their long conversations. Now Steve felt relieved of a burden, and he could finally rest, feeling happy and learning an important lesson, that you should not always put other people's happiness over yours, and that you should always find time for yourself and the people that really matter to you. And from that day on, Steve was able to do his work well without any distraction and pure concentration on his goal for that moment. He was also still able to help people, whether it was to help a family find their dream house or something else. And finally, he was able to relax on his own, which is very important for his mental health. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to please hit that like button, turn on video notifications, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.